My name is Paul Smith. I'm the CEO and owner of First Products. We're a family company, third generation, located near Buffalo, New York. And we have been serving clinicians and frontline care workers since 1945. Currently focused on endpoint solutions like mobile carts and mounts. Mobile carts and mounts are there to position computer hardware and devices in space in the workflow to make the delivery of telehealth seamless and easier for frontline workers and for patients. Our goal is to fit that equipment into the workflow so that it works seamlessly and it's not a concern for any of the parties involved. It's like it's not even there, and it just facilitates more accurate data collection and better care delivery. Telehealth initiatives are exciting, and the thing I love the most about telehealth is the capacity it has to improve access to care in places where care is not currently easy to access. But it also is critical in addressing the shortage of labor. As everyone knows, skilled labor in healthcare is getting more and more difficult. So it's an important solution for those two reasons and others. As that telehealth improves through improvements in technology, software and hardware technology, we're working with partners across the healthcare spectrum to deliver those improvements, AI-driven improvements or digital diagnostics and device improvements to get them into the workflow in various parts of the healthcare system so that they are having an impact right away. All the use cases for telehealth, telemonitoring, consults, etc., are different, and the spaces that they're occurring in are all unique. Healthcare is really a myriad of individual use cases. It's a unique situation where almost every care delivery setting is slightly different, and what's happening in that setting is slightly different. So the equipment changes depending on what suits the clinicians and the patients best, and it needs to. And our role in that is to adapt our equipment to optimize how that computer gear and how that software works in each unique environment. So our advantage is we manufacture near Buffalo in the US, and we custom configure as needed to ensure that our equipment works seamlessly in each unique workflow. And that can be accomplished really easily and cost effectively. It just delivers a better experience to the frontline workers and to the patients. The infrastructure is so unique in healthcare, and it's unique in every healthcare setting. So something that works in the ICU does not work well in ER, it doesn't work well in a dental clinic. Wherever care is being delivered, we need to adapt the equipment to make sure that it's the best possible tool for the clinician to deliver care. And so accurate and effective care is the goal for everyone in healthcare. And our role in it as a partner is to help find ways to position the computer equipment in that workflow in each case. Data security and privacy is largely a software issue. We're not a software company, so it's not an area of expertise for me. What we do is work with the best partners we can find, and we bring those partners to the table depending on the needs of each provider and caregiver. And so data security is pretty pretty standard. That's expected in every single use case, but we don't focus on software. So we just enable it using single sign-on and partnering with companies that do that. Yeah, that's really the goal. It's a personalized experience because we're adapting the equipment to the setting to make sure that the clinician and the patient are comfortable, that the equipment is not in their way, it's working seamlessly in space, in the workflow, and that's just a matter of making little adjustments to the equipment that may seem minor to some people, but it's really important that the equipment facilitates what is being done and works seamlessly. And so, yes, personalizing it, however you want to call it, that's important. That's the focus of our work. Yeah, we're working with partners on a number of exciting projects right now that are around patient engagement, patient entertainment, and virtual care. We're working with a VR company called MindVR on projects in long-term care around using VR to help patients relax, reduce requirements for sedation and drug use, and we're using those for entertainment and education and training. So VR we see as a big positive trend going forward, and we are looking at situations where virtual care can be used to prevent people from entering the hospital in the first place. So we're working with another team that is building basically a diagnostic suite on a cart that can be positioned in various points, senior living and clinics, etc., where we can keep patients from going to the hospital, the ER, unnecessarily by diagnosing their situation before they're sent there. Working with MindVR is a content company, and CleanBox is a partner of ours, and together we're developing solutions for the use of virtual reality, mostly for patients waiting for procedures. Some really interesting and effective use cases, including with children preparing for surgeries, just reducing their stress in the hospital setting, which is not always a relaxing setting for most people, and that's showing some really interesting results. And we're just a partner in that, working to help position the equipment and support the software where it can be applied. Again, I really love the fact that telehealth has a capacity to bring access to care where it hasn't been traditionally available in urban settings and remote rural settings. I spent 15 years on a hospital board in a rural hospital, and transportation, getting seniors and others to the point of care has always been a challenge for those facilities. And there are parts of the world, obviously, where healthcare is just currently unavailable. And telehealth has the capacity to bring expertise and skill and diagnostics to those people who don't currently have access. It's a very powerful tool in that regard. This is often overlooked. As I said, we've been in business since 1945, making products specifically for healthcare, for hospitals, etc. And it's important to understand that the equipment has to perform consistently under pressure in a healthcare setting for a long time. And so a lot of thought goes into making sure the equipment is not only durable but safe in a lot of small minor details, smooth edges, obviously tipping and things like that. There's just a lot of work done in the background that's taken for granted, and so it should be. The goal of the equipment is to be invisible. We want to position the computer equipment and all of our products in space so that the caregivers can just work and focus on patients and not have to deal with the equipment any more than necessary. AI is really a software thing, but like I said, we're working with partners who are using AI to develop better and better software tools, and those tools are important. Getting them into position is our job as a partner. We're working with those software companies to position the hardware they need to support that AI-driven software to leverage it fully in those settings, and that's our role. I'm excited by it. We work with some amazing and really super intelligent people that are developing really neat tools for healthcare. It's surprising that there are a lot of really interesting applications for it, but the goal really is to deliver a more accurate care more easily and leverage the people in the system better, and that's where I think AI is really having an impact already, and it will continue to have a huge impact. So.